Good morning, everyone. We'll be getting started in a minute. Just let you get settled in. I see some 4 people. Awesome. So you want to, hello. You can all hear me fine and everything. Okay, my name is Jan and this is Fun Fitness. We do stretch and warm up, agility, balance, strengthen. We use some weights. We do some relaxation. We do some cardio. So we get it all in. And reminders to do everything at your own pace, to modify everything to suit your own needs. For example, if your arm just goes up this way, but I'm going this much, you're only gonna take it to the point where it feels okay, feels like a challenge, but it's not overexerting or causing injury or pain. You wanna have your water bottle handy. You wanna have a chair that's painted, just kidding. But you wanna have a chair that's nice and sturdy, preferably no arms and definitely no wheels. So not a desk chair that rolls, obviously, right? But just gotta say that just in case. Okay, great. So we're all different levels of fitness. We're all working with different things about our body or whatever. We all have different challenges. So just a reminder to just have fun, enjoy, work at your own pace, take your time, take breaks when you need them, and always take water. And I keep my weights under my chair. You can keep them to the side somewhere. I'm going to start off by taking a little sip of. All right. So how many people do we have here today? We have. See, then I need my glasses. I can't see without my glasses. Okay, 6. Okay, great. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start in the seated. And you want to move the fleshy part of the tush, move it away out so that you feel your sit bones underneath you. So you're sitting up nice and tall. If you want to sit all the way back, not all the way back, but all the way forward so that your feet touch the floor. But if they don't, you can get a like a pillow, a cushion, a throw pillow or whatever, so that you can comfortably sit so that you have enough. And if you need some support for your back. If you don't, and you can sit forward, but just make sure your feet are about hip width apart, not narrower, because we want to get our balance. So always thinking hip width apart. And I'm sitting forward in my chair and move the skin so I feel the sit bones. And then I'm going to start to lift up by pressing the sit bones into the chair, pressing my feet down, and then lift up all the way through like you're pulling up your Spanx. And then roll the shoulders, bring them up and backing down. So we're just going to start by closing our eyes. Looks good, everybody. And just gently softening your eyes and just starting to breathe. Breathe however you want, in the nose, in the mouth. Let's just start with feeling the breath. Then we'll start to close the mouth and bring the breath through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. Just nice and easy, in through the nose. And like you're blowing frost on a window pane, exhale through the mouth. And it even makes a little sound like a ha. So one more time, in the nose. Exhale. Good. Let's do one more time within the nose and then exhale like a big sound like and no one can hear you, so don't worry about it. So inhale through the nose. Hold the breath at the top, hold it, and then exhale. Clear it all away. Go ahead and open your eyes. And one more time, in through the nose. Hold the breath at the top, and then exhale. Clear it all away. And then a big smile. Feeling better already, connecting to the breath. So we'll start to bring the arms up halfway, inhale up, and exhale halfway down. And inhale, palms up, and exhale down. Good. Inhale up, and exhale down. Good. Moving my chair, hitting the curtain. Inhale up. Good. And exhale, press it down. Now, if you can go a little bit higher, let's start to take it all the way up. Working those shoulders, getting some breath into the lungs, air into the lungs through the rib cage. Inhale up, looking good, everybody. Exhale. Do your arms have to be straight? No, they don't. Does it pinch? If it pinches, stop where the pinch is. You want to challenge, but you don't want to injure, right? And a big smile, inhale up. Then if you want, look up a little bit, sending some flowers and sunshine up to the sky, up to the sun, and then bring it down. The sun already has sun, but let's give it some more. One more time, up. Lift that chest. Exhale and release. Okay, now we'll put our hands on our legs and chin to the chest. So I'm going to guide you through. Of course, you're going to be watching me, but I'm also going to guide you with verbal cues so that you can, even if you're not watching, you can take the cues and do it physically. So chin down towards your chest and inhale. You can go chin level or you can go up a little bit. Exhale down. So stretching the neck. I don't know about you, but my neck gets stiff in the morning when I wake up. And honestly, I need a massage every day. So, and down. So inhale up. Exhale, take the chin down towards the chest, stretch that neck. Maybe you even round it a little bit, round your back. Then inhale up. Good. Exhale, chin towards the chest. And inhale up. How about one more time? Chin down, stretch the back of the neck. Feel the vertebrae, the cervical spine. Start to unwind each vertebrae, bra, and up. So sitting up nice and tall again, let's just take our right ear to our right shoulder. So stretching the side of the left neck. You can even give it a little massage while you're there with your left hand. Yeah, right? Why does it get so tight? And then I always say it's like taffy in the freezer, and then I'll take it to the other side. And the taffy comes out and it warms up. We stretch it out. By the end of the class, it's all gooey and stretchy. So then take our right hand on the side of the neck and just gently warm and massage. Yeah. Since nobody will do this for us unless we pay them. And let's go to the other side, right ear to right shoulder. Keep your posture nice and tall. And make sure you're breathing. And then left ear to left shoulder if you want to give it that little massage there. So you can also get in tune with the body, see where it's tight, see where you need some extra help. And then back to the center. Good. So now I'm going to take my left ear to my left shoulder, and I'm going to circle around, drop my chin towards the floor, and swivel it over to the other side to come up. Yep. So let's go right ear to right shoulder, drop your head towards the center, make a circle, and come back up. Okay, left ear to left shoulder, and circle around. So let's just do a few of these. You know what we're doing, right? We're doing half circles with the head, stretching the neck. So just go ahead and do a few of these on your own time. And you can just go to the side and come around. So you go to the right side. And you notice you start to stretch your upper back as well. How are you doing there with your little neck rolls? It's good to have a class because we always say we're going to do stuff on our own, but then we don't. You know, we get distracted or whatever. This way we have a class, we have like a guided tour a guided tour of the body. So then let's come back up to the center. And now let's just roll. Let's take the arms to the sides and just roll those shoulders up. Good job. Everyone's looking good. You're all in shape, and down. So we go up and back and down. So shoulders up by the ears, back towards the wall behind you, and down. Belly in, up and back and down. How about one more time? Looking good. Roll those shoulders. Right. Now let's do the right shoulder. Hey. And I always go like, hey, what's up? Right shoulder and left. Keeping mobility in our shoulders, of course. So everything is essential, right, to our well-being. Oh, hello, welcome. We're just doing some warm-ups here. So you can join in. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to do a little swim. So make sure you're grounded. If you need to sit back a little bit more, we're going to swim just with the right arm, right? So I have my left hand on my chest and I'm going to swim with the right arm. So you know the American crawl, right? Bring it around and then swim to stretch the whole back. If you want to see from the side, I'm going to swim and round my back on purpose because I want to stretch through the shoulder blades, through the back, through the ribs, through the spine. Stretch and swim, you know, the American crawl, right? Freestyle. And there we go. How are you doing? And stretch. Good job, everybody. And we got one more time. Stretch and reach. We're starting to work that waist too. And be careful, not be careful, but pay attention that you're not straining the back if you go too much. Let's swim on the other side. So we bring it back. Exhale here and come up. If you want to watch at first and then, yeah, good. Are you swimming? Are you treading water? Are you paddling? Whatever you're doing, you're moving and it's good. And exhale, bring it forward. You can drop your head and round the back. And I'll do the side version, side view. And exhale. Feeling better already? I know I am. Let's do one more time. Stretch that there. Oh, great. Okay. So we're going to start to incorporate the lower back with the engage work the spine and the hips, low back and the chest. Not necessarily so much the hips, but I'm going to take the feet a little bit wider. So kind of straddle a little bit, you know, and you're definitely grounded, feet pressing onto the floor. There, my chair is sliding. So, okay, I'm going to circle to the left and then come to the right and go back. So I'm going to make a big circle, like you're stirring a big pot. A big pot of cider, no, sauce, some chocolate sauce. How about that? So just a big circle around. Yeah, and so I'm not leading with my head. I'm kind of leading with my core, navel to spine, leading with the chest. And also working those, you start to warm up the inner thighs if your legs are wide enough. Make sure the legs are wide enough. Okay, let's take it the other way. We go to the left, to the right, and around. Relax the neck and breathe. Imagine the spine from the tailbone all the way through the top of the head is one long piece connected. And let that whole unit kind of work around. If I'm going too fast for you, you slow it down and go at your own pace. But we're definitely warming up the pelvis and the hips here and the low back and the inner thighs as well as upper body. Okay, great. Let's take some water. Have your water handy so you can just grab it. I keep mine under my chair, but I forgot. So always take water when you just remind yourself like when you need water, when you need a break, if you feel dizzy, if you're feeling too winded. And if you're fine, just keep going. but no pressure at all. All right, so we're gonna sit back with our feet about hip width. And let's take the right arm up in front, right? And let's just kind of wiggle those fingers. Yeah. You know, it's like you don't have to go too fast or use whatever pace is yours. I got little finger, what I got, index, middle. Oh no, index. Wait, I got the ring finger, index, and the thumb. So I'm just making a little like, hey, spider fingers. Ah. And then let's squeeze and open. If you want, you can use your left hand to hold it up. So even holding my arm up is exhausting. I need help. Squeeze and open, squeeze and open, squeeze, open, I mean. Am I dyslexic today or what? How are you all doing? That's great. Okay, and then let's shake it out. Shake out that wrist. Yeah. Good. And then let's bring it down. We'll do the other side. So I'm going to do spider fingers. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Okay. We got the spider fingers going. And then we're going to squeeze and open. We can hold it up if we want to. There you go. Looking good, everybody. And then let's roll it around. I don't think we rolled around the other side, huh? Let's shake it out. Shake it out like la 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 la, like you're playing an instrument. Hey, da 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 da. And then let's roll around this wrist. I think we didn't do the right wrist. That feels good in the wrist, right? You can go real slow. You know, we get arthritis, darn arthritis. We get, you know, tightness and limbs and fingers. And why does that happen? Okay, now we're going to turn the elbows. Yep, I'm just doing my elbows. Sitting up nice and tall. And the other way. And if anyone is standing, you're welcome to stand as well. So I'm just invite both. So let's take it back and just do both the arms, chest, ribs, shoulders. And then we're going to take both arms and swim forward. Swim. So what's that? The butterfly stroke. Can you round your back on this one? Drop your head, round it. Inhale up. Exhale, drop your head, round it. So get a big round back. And then one more time. You're not holding the breath and breathe. Good. And then round your back, pull back. So here I am. Rounding my back and pulling up to sit up nice and tall. And exhale, round, pull it back. And inhale, sit up or stand. If you're standing, your feet a little bit wider than hip width. So you feel nice and stable and up. Now let me know if you feel the spine start to unfuse. It's not fused, but let's just say that kind of from sleeping and getting not moving around, it's kind of unfuse the spine. Exhale, round it. Inhale and up. Okay, coming to the front, or I am at least. Let's start to work on warm up the feet. So I'm going to take my hands and hook them around, but you know, you don't have to hook your leg. You could just bring it up a little bit, and you can just have it touching the floor as well. Whatever's, if you can bring it up, fine. If you just touch the floor, that's fine too. So just want to point the toes and flex. So we're just going to do point and flex the foot. Point it and flex it. So we're working on the foot now. Toes, foot, arch, ankle. And then let's circle the feet, the foot. Circle the ankle. Yeah. Sitting up nice and tall still. And then reverse that circle. And maybe it makes a crunchy sound, crunch, crunch, crunch. And then we'll bring it in. Can you bring that leg in and kind of round your back and squeeze? If you can't, that's okay. Try not to stretch the shoulders. Good job. And one more time. Let's bring it up. And down. So I got the leg. I'm going to let it rest for a bit. And then I'm going to do the other side. So bring the leg up. Point and flex. And point and flex. Point. Good job. Point and flex. Good. And then we'll circle it. I know one side is usually more limber than the other. Why? I don't know. If you had an injury or you're right-handed, left-handed, and then we'll reverse that circle. But really important for your balance and your mobility to keep the feet, even if you at night when you go to bed, you know, massage your feet a little bit, get some lotion and just kind of massage your feet. Keep them very limber. Your feet are your foundation. And that really helps a lot with the whole circulation and mobility and balance. And also kind of it relaxes you at night too. So we're going to take the leg up as high as you can and take it out to the side and in and down. So we go up and out and in and down. So if you're standing, I don't know if you are, we're going to go up and out and in and down. And then if you're standing, you can use the chair, but I'm just mostly doing it seated for you. Am I getting cut off? Okay, I guess I need to back up. Up and out and in and down. So that's what you would do if you're standing, okay? So if you're seated, we go up and out and in and down. Up and out and in and down. Now you can hold on to the sides of the chair. You can hold on to your leg too. Sometimes that helps just to lift it up, take it out, bring it in and down. So we're working inner thigh and outer thigh. And also kind of helps you with climbing the stairs. So we're using the glutes here and our hip flexors. And that's what keeps us like being able to come up and down the stairs and just with our just general mobility. Up and out and in and down. Ooh, I get tired, right? Okay. All right, good. And then what we're gonna do now is we're gonna massage that out. Can you just like kind of rub your quadricep there and your hip flexor right here. So just give it a little. Okay, great. And then we're gonna do the other side. So again, making sure you're nice and sturdy in your chair, or you go to the other side for standing. And we go up and out and in and down. It's up and out and in and down. Bring it up, take it out and in and down. Again, if you're standing, we're going up and out and in and down. Let's go 4 more. Out and in and down. Remember your own range of motion. Always adjust to what you need. Up and out and in and down. We got 1 more. And out and in and down. That's not a wheelie chair, is it? Wait, let me look. And take a break. Judy, that's not a wheelie chair, is it? I know you can't hear, but that's not a roller chair, is it? Say up if it is a roller chair or down if it's not a roller chair. It is a roller chair. Okay, you want to watch it with those desk chairs because they move around. So it's not the safest thing. And that's why I was saying in the beginning, try to have just a regular, like a folding chair or dining room table chair, dining room chair, because you don't want it to, just make sure that you can't move around. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at you on my monitor, but okay. So it's just to be safe, not the desk chair. So, okay, but you're good for now. Just being careful. Everyone take a sip of water. How are you doing? I don't see no smiles out there. Where's the smile? There we go. Okay. We got Shirley and iPad and Judy. Judy and what's Mr. iPad's name? Oh, I think, is that George? Okay, we'll just say he's George. Everybody have your coffee. You have your coffee today? All right, how do you all feel about, okay, you changed chairs. Thanks, hubby. Thank you, husband. Thank you, Judy's husband. All right. Let's go ahead and get our weights and is everyone seated or okay? You got your weights? Well, surely you're very spry and perky. I know, we're gonna go turn on the microphone on your microphone so I can hear you. Okay, here we go. And we're gonna sit up nice and tall. Again, I got my feet about hip width apart and the fleshy part of the buttocks so that I can feel my sits bones underneath me. And I'm gonna work on some bicep curls. Again, if you wanna do this standing, that's fine. If you don't wanna use weights, that's okay. If you wanna use some water bottles, like this size, this is a pound, you could, do that. Or you can have your weights. Make sure you don't grip the weights for dear life, just nice and gently holding on to them. Do you see my kitty? Hi, buddy. So we go with the right arm. So we go up and down. They bring it, squeeze it up and down. Good job. I want to bring my elbows a little forward, up and down. And when I get to the bottom, I don't want to lock out the elbow either. I just want to keep it nice and kind of slightly bent. So I'll go from the side, I'll go up and down and pause. So we're not going all the way back, right? We don't want to lock out the elbow. So let's go up and down, right side, up and hold. Left side, up and hold. Let's do both together. So we go up and down, squeeze it, make that bicep like a cantaloupe in between on your upper arm. And down. We can start with a mango. Squeeze and down. Good job. Stay nice and tall. Squeeze the bicep and down and squeeze the bicep and resist it down. Good job. How about one more time? I feel we have one more. I know I don't usually do like, oh, we're doing 8 or oh, we're doing, because I don't know why. Because I'm left-handed. I don't think the same. Something like that. Okay, there we go. What an excuse. Okay, hands on our above the knees, and then let's round the back. Woo. And then inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, round your back. So I chin into the chest with a big round back. Oh, good. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Come back up. And so I go, exhale, round back like you're being punched in the stomach. And inhale up. And exhale, chin into the chest, round that back. And notice if your back feels just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit more supple than it was at first. What do you think? I know I do. Okay. So now we're going to bring the arm. We go up and out and in and down. Now, if you want to do this standing, you're more than welcome to do it standing. And down. So we go up, take it out. Bring it in and take it down. So we're like, when you pull up a bag of groceries or whatever it is that you pull up a bag of something, out and in. So we want to keep that range of motion. We go up and out and in and down. How about 2 more? Up and out. Now, if it tweaks your shoulder at all, if it feels like it's pinching, then just do your own level range of motion, okay? Out and in and down. Okay, we rest that weight on the leg and then we go to the other side. Are you ready? Sitting up nice and tall, roll the shoulder back and we go up and out and in and down. So I'm going as far as I can, I go up and then I go out just in line with my shoulder, in line with my ribs, in and down. But hey, just say you do it like this, that's fine too, right? Sometimes it doesn't want to go all the way up. Maybe you had an injury, maybe you have arthritis, maybe you have some other reason why it hurts. So we just want to keep that range of motion. That's all. We want to strengthen and work on our range of motion. Up and down. One more time, we go up. We're working on our shoulders. This helps us with our posture, working on upper back strength. Good. And then we rest again, taking water whenever you need it. I don't need no water. Take some water. Okay, let's take the weights on the leg. So I have or just your hand if you're not using weight. And I'm sitting forward again, and I'm just going to lift those legs like what we did earlier, but with the weights on it and my hand pressing. So I'm going to go 1 and down and 2 and up. Exhale here and breathe and right here we can also work our abs. So we go navel to spine and squeeze. Do you want to work some abs or no? Forget it. Who's wearing a bikini this season? I know I am. No, I'm not. And let's do 1 and down and exhale and down. Good. And now we'll do the other side. So we go exhale and inhale. Now remember, if it's not good for you to lift that leg up so high, just lift it up ever so slightly. Let's include those abdominal exercises right here. So we go navel to spine like you're being punched in the gut. Yeah. So these are sit down sit-ups. You like that? Sit down sit-ups. Sit-ups in the chair. And one more. Great job. Okay, let's take those legs all the way out. So and I also kind of put my hand here on the front of my chair and scooch back a little bit and kind of, yeah. So we want to stretch those inner thighs, right? I know I do. So let's bring it forward. Go to where you feel comfortable. Now, if you can, you're going to go forward, but make sure you keep your hips back, not to topple forward. You can use your weights as a little plant, or you can keep your elbows on your knees. You can just let the weights go to the floor if you want to release them. How are you doing? Let me check. Okay, great. So we're going forward, and tell me you're feeling this stretch in your inner thigh. It's a really nice, inner thigh stretch. And then let's roll it up. To be able to do this in the chair, it's really beneficial and effective. So let's go one more time, not to topple forward. Keep your hips back, only going as far as you feel comfortable. We're not doing the splits here, but we're definitely doing some stretch. And roll it up. Great job. So I come forward just a little bit. I'm still keeping my feet wider than my hips. And we're going to do the right side, right shoulder, right waist and hip. So I'm going to go 1 and pull it in. And exhale, good, and in. And let's go up towards the ceiling rather than down towards the floor. So we go exhale and pull it in. Good. Right. So I'm not rounding over and collapsing the left side as much as I'm just coming up and pull it in. And you should feel it here. So we're working these abdominal right here, the back when you pull it in, and exhale. And we have 2 more. So we go exhale and inhale and exhale. And then round the back for a little recovery and come up and exhale, round that back. So we do some counter poses to balance out, to counter what we just did. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, and let's take our left side. And again, maybe your range of motion is this. That's okay, right? But maybe you can go a little bit further and re-stretch. I don't know if my right side is really tight. I had an injury there, so I got to kind of pay extra attention. Good job. And we're going up to the corner rather than down to the floor. Pull it in, work those lats. Exhale and inhale. I'm also working my left side. All the whipped cream, all the ice cream, all the potato chips during COVID. Go away, friends. Exhale. Inhale, pull it down. We got two more. Exhale over and inhale in and exhale. Relax that neck. Are you tightening your neck? Dang. And then we'll round the back. And inhale up. And let's go. Exhale, big round back. And inhale, come up. Good. Okay. Let's put the weights under the chair again. And we'll do a little bit more. And then, are you ready? Do you want to stand up? Raise your hand if you want to stand up. Okay. And then otherwise you can stay seated. So we're gonna, let's put our hands, so you know how to stand up, right? We're gonna do standing. So hands on the legs, and then we press our feet into the floor, heel, balls of the feet, pull the belly in, feel your sit bones on the chair, and we're gonna push, so we're nice and light, right? We got our feet pushing into the floor, and then we come up. How's that? Then we'll go halfway like we're gonna sit and then come up. So I'll do it sideways. I'm gonna sit. So I'm not sitting with my knees forward. I'm sitting, my knees pull back. And that's your best way. So let's go down and up. And exhale and inhale. Good, but tush way back, tush is back, chest is up, stomach's in, and up. And you feel your heels in the floor. That's the main thing, is to feel those heels in the floor. Heels back and up. Good. Okay. Forget your troubles. Come on, get happy. Oh, I can't play my music because of the, but that's all right. We're getting it together. This is the 4th class. And we're getting together the technical stuff, you know, there's always something. So here we go. We're just gonna, your feet together, and we're just gonna step together, step right and touch, left and touch. Everybody knows this one, right? And forget your troubles, come on, get happy. We're gonna da 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 da. Who knows those words? Da away. Hey, forget your troubles, get happy. Okay, here's how it goes, right? So we go right and together, and we go left and together. So right foot out and the left together. Left foot out. That's it. And together. Let's put our hands on our hips. Right and together. Left. Somebody's on the phone. Judy, no calls during the class. Oh, I thought she was on the phone. Not Judy. Yeah, Judy. And together. Go right and together. Left and together. And this is step touch. This is called step touch. Left together. Right together. Looking good. Together. Right together. Okay. Let's go out together. Out and together. Arms out and right foot in. Left leg out. Oh, right leg out. Sorry. Left leg out, right foot in. I'm doing opposite as you. And out and together. Out and together. Left together. Right together. Good job, everybody. Looking good. Are you having fun? Come on. When's the last time you had this much fun? Think about it. Seriously, I swear. Out and together. We bend those knees and working the arms. Some cardio and endurance. Take a break when you need it. Let's go back to hands on the hips. And together. Okay. We're gonna take, I need to move back more because my head is getting cut off. Okay. I think so. Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay, here we are. Can you do this? We kick and kick. Kick yourself in the bum. You kick and kick and kick, and good job. Let me show you from the side. It's kick, kick, and kick, kick. Now, if you want to, we can do that with the chair. So I'm just showing you options. So we go kick and kick, right, with the chair or without the chair. So you do one leg and then switch to the other side. Okay, how about adding some arms? That's great. Everybody's looking good. I see you. Some of you I see. Some of you I don't see. Great. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, let's march it out. How do you feel? You want to take some water now? Let's do a little march. We'll get a little sip. Okay, not to be lame, but could someone tell me what time it is on account I don't have a clock here? I have both of my devices in use. Oh, they could turn on my television. Let's see, hold up the hand with the time. Is it 10:15? Is that exactly the time, Shirley? Oh my gosh, how did I know? Okay. Let's do a couple more weights. Let's just take one weight and we're going to use the chair for balance and also weight. So a little more weight stuff. Not much, but just enough. I'm going to raise my 4th class. We're doing good. We're getting a lot of views on YouTube. People are liking the class. I invite all of you because it's fun, but it's mild. It's not too strenuous. And but you still feel good, you know, and we get a lot done. It's effective. It works if you work it. So I want to invite all of you though, yeah, to write us and let us know any specific things that you want. I'm happy to tailor it to you know, kind of make the class with what you all want and not what I want. Okay. So we're holding on to the chair and my hip is right in line with the back of the chair, right? So I'm not in front and I'm not behind it. I'm just right in line. I got my right leg sturdy, nice and sturdy. I'm going to squeeze my quadriceps, squeeze my right tushy, and then bring it. So I got my hand here and I'm going to bring it up and down. So, and up and down. You're also going to go up as high as you feel comfortable. And up and down. This is balance on the right leg. Keep that right leg really strong. That's your key there. Pull the kneecap up on the right side. Your key is the right leg is strong. And we pull up again with the abdominal exercises here. And you can even do a little curl in. And you're looking good. I don't know about you, but I'm already sweating. Sweating to the oldies. Okay, great. So let's take it out. Hand on the hip. And then let's just kind of squat and up, squat and up, squat. Keep the chest lifted, push way back. You want to work those inner thighs and hamstrings and tush. And the legs, keep those legs nice and strong. So then when you get up out of the chair, you know, at the dinner table, you don't go, right? There. Are you all right, Dad? Do you need help getting up? No, I'm fine. Okay, now let's go to the other side. Again, if you need to sit, if you're tired, if you need water, this is your class. Do what you need and make sure there's nothing around you that's gonna be in your way, okay? So I'm doing a lot of reminders throughout the class because there's nothing in your area that you're gonna like, you know, that's gonna be in your way. So you wanna make sure you have a clean workspace. Maybe a cat coming through once in a while, but hey. So left hand on the chair and your left hip right in line with the back of the chair. So you're making a row of chairs, right? So I'm gonna, again, strong standing leg and firm my left quadricep, left tushy, inner thigh, foot firmly on the ground. And I go up and down. And it's up and down. Squeeze it up and down, looking good. Keep that standing leg nice and strong. That's your root, right? If we're the root of the tree, it's the left leg right now that's really holding us firm and planted. So, because I teach yoga, and that's the principle of yoga, is to be rooted. Up and down. Take it up and down. Good. And last one. So here we are with the hand on the hip. We're going to step and down and up. I got my legs wide and I'm just pushing my hips back. Like close a drawer with your tush. Close the drawer and squeeze. Close it and up. You're coming up from the chair. So let's push the feet into the floor to come up. Great. And step in. Okay. What I would like to do is you go behind your chair, and I'm going to turn it this way, and you hold on to the chair, right? The back of the chair. And then we're going to step back to our own degree, the feet fairly wide. I'm holding on to the chair as long as it's not too low. And this is like down dog with the chair. So it's a nice upper body, lower body stretch. So nice stretch here. Try to flatten that back. There you go. That's it. Yeah. And then the more you want the stretch, the further back you go with your feet, and the further down you go with your, straighten your arms. And that should feel good, like a nice stabilizing. And as you come up, we're going to round the back like we did earlier. Lift your head, and you can see me now, right? Lift the head, and then we're just going to walk in slowly towards the chair. Okay, so now I got the chair right in front of me, and I'm just going to push my hips and lift the chest and press it. And one more time, push those hips forward. Good. And then we'll come and sit. We just did a little bit of weights today, a little bit of arms. We didn't do all the arm, but we're going through stuff, and the more we work together, the more we'll fine tune everything so that everybody gets what they want or need in a collective way, All right, so we got our feet here. We're going to, and they're hip width, and we're going to bring those arms up. And now oh, wow. Okay, Mr. iPad, your arm motion, because it says iPad on your thing. It doesn't have a name, but we'll fix that. I can see the range of motion so much better. Does everyone feel a little bit more? Kinda, yeah, sort of. Oh, good, yay. Okay, inhale up. Oh, and exhale, take it off. Inhale, bring in all that good energy. You can even look up, and exhale, bring it down. And then we're just gonna bring the right arm across, hook the left arm in front. So I got the right arm here, left arm underneath, and a little stretch here for the shoulder. And then turn to your left. So now this is your upper back, shoulder, just a little more deep stretch, plus a little twist. That looks awesome. So we're twisting through the low back spine, and then release that, and then we'll bring the left shoulder across and stretch. And the right arm under. And turn to your right a little bit and relax the shoulders down. Don't grip them. And then back to the center. And hands on your knees, chin into the chest. Close your eyes. See if that neck feels a little more, like the taffy's been out for a while. It's all soft and stretchy. And you're just going to eat it right up. And then one more time, bring those arms up. And then let's give ourselves a little pat on the face and relax all the face muscles. And the scalp, the head, kind of pat, 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 pat. Wake up the brain. Wake up, it's in there somewhere. And the neck and the chest. Belly and the legs. So we just kind of pat it all out. Get all the cells, kind of the whole body awake and resting at the same time, feeling good, invigorated, revitalized. And that now we're going to sit back in our chair. Again, I said, if you want to have a pillow, just a throw pillow. Today I have my bed pillow, but pull, and you can sit back in your chair that way. But you want to, if you can, have your feet on the floor. And you can always use like a couple of books to, or some kind of something to elevate so if your feet don't touch the floor. Like say, for example, for things like this. And then we're just gonna sit back and close your eyes and have your hands however you want. You can have your thumb and index finger touching with the palms facing up. You can sit back or be straight up, and we'll just just rest for a few minutes. Breathing in through your nose and out through the nose or out through the mouth. The yoga breathing is in the nose and out the nose. Just make sure you're nice and comfortable in your chair. And relaxing yourself from the top of your head. Just feel the scalp release and all the mind, your mind completely empty. Relax your left eyebrow and then your right eyebrow. Relax your left eye, your right eye, the whole left side of your face. Let it relax. Your tongue, and then the right side. The ears, and let the tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. I let the lips soften. And soften the throat as you breathe through the throat. So the throat relaxes and the neck relaxes and lengthens. And the collarbone lengthens. And the shoulders soften. And then lengthen the spine all the way from the top of your head, all the way down through the tailbone. Breathing into the back. Breathing into all those spaces that you opened up. Breathing into the new alignment, into the awareness, into the softness. And breathing into the belly and the left hip and leg, knee, all the way down through the foot. And the right side, right hip, knee, shin, calf, ankle, foot, all your toes, let them go. So that your entire body is completely relaxed. And staying in that nice, relaxing, sweet space. Mindful, restful. Mindful rest. And we'll slowly bring that awareness back to the breath. And as you breathe in and breathe out, add a little smile. Add a brightness to your face and energy. Energy is bright, radiant, alive, vibrant, balanced, nurtured, healed, rejuvenated, strong. And then we'll just kind of sit forward in our chair. Your feet again about hip width apart. Take a nice breath in and exhale it out. And then we'll open the eyes as we bring the arms up above the head. Look up to the sky, sending some more sunshine to the sun. Brightening everything around you. Bring those arms out. And bring your hands to your heart. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you so much. Amazing job.